Why am I in an empty room? You'll find out soon. You're probably like, why is he in another empty room? I'll talk about that soon, but first, I'm going to talk about a couple things which I can't bring to one word, but you'll get it by the end of this conversation with my camera, but in the future it's going to be with you, so just wait. So, I've observed so many things and experienced a decent amount of things being 20, and I feel like a lot of people go through this, but no one says it. Everyone just lives their life, goes to work, studies, exercises, hopefully, after this video, does whatever they do to get by. But they have things going on without really addressing them as to why it's affecting how much effort they're putting into the things that matter. What I mean by that is this. We go through things throughout our whole day, from waking up to going to sleep, that are difficult subconsciously, so we put less effort on the things that matter. An example, you'll wake up in the morning feeling so dead, feeling so tired, because you slept late watching YouTube videos. Very contradicting, but let's go with it. So you wake up and you're like, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered going to the gym before work. I can't even be bothered going to work. But you still get out of bed, make a coffee, do whatever you need to do, and you go to work, or you go to the gym, or you try to eat well, but you're not really putting as much effort as you can to all those things, because it started from you feeling shit at the beginning of the day. And that goes for everything. If you wake up every morning and you think to yourself, I'm going to put so much focus and energy into what really matters, like training, exercising your body, work, studying, your relationship, everything, then you are going to get 1% better every day. And yet, so much easier said than done. But I feel like so many people around me, people I do know, people I don't know, can be just being so much more better versions of themselves if they stop putting so little effort into things. Obviously there will be so many reasons why, but just put more effort into what really matters and your life will change so much. So you're all probably wondering, why is this young 20-year-old trying to tell me all these life lessons? The reason why I'm explaining all of this is because the physical transformation I went through has brought me not only a better body, anything's a better body than that. Just look at this picture. Anyway, not only brought me a better body, but changed my whole character, changed my whole mindset, that I feel like if I pass it on to as many people as possible, you will literally get what I'm saying, and you will literally have a growing mindset, so you'll just have so much drive to be better than you were yesterday. Because every morning I wake up like I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush to be better, to be more, to just do so much. And I honestly say that's from transforming just my body. It makes me feel like that, and it carries over to everything. Dropping out of school, year 10, moving 3 places, transforming my whole body. It will all stick with you, and it will drive you into a better person. So when you go through shit later on in life, you're going to be like, this is nothing compared to what you've already been through. Anyway, pretty much to sum up everything, one thing leads to another. If you put more energy focusing on your work, you're going to feel good about it. You've improved your work. So that's going to carry over into putting more effort into training. It's going to be putting more effort into your relationships. Your whole life is just going to get better. Your mindset's going to get better. Your character is going to get better. So start off with the one thing. Focus more on one thing throughout your day that you think you're slacking on a little bit. See where it takes you and see how you feel, and watch the momentum just build and build and build. Because you're going to watch this video, you're going to come back to it and be like, wow, this little kid, oh, hopefully not little, but this kid was kind of right. So this place full of empty rooms is where I've been living for the past 3 years, and it's on a beach, which is where I've been living my whole life. And it's the last time I'll be step footing here, which means you make a video. No, which means it's going to be different. It's going to make me appreciate living on a beach, even though I've been overweight the majority of my life, living on a beach. But now I'm moving away from a beach and I'm not overweight, so I'm going to appreciate it more. So appreciate things while you have them, because you never know how quick they're going to go. I'm going to time travel you about 2 hours back to this shoulder workout. Watch it, like it, critique me, call me ugly, call me fat, and I'll see you soon. As you can see, I'm warming up for shoulders. So what I've noticed is, working in a gym, when a lot of people come in, they walk in, put some weight on the bar, and start lifting straight away. No warm up, no nothing. When I see this, I really don't know, not even injury wise, that's a completely separate thing, but I don't even know how you can just like feel good starting your workout. How can you start that first exercise properly and the most efficient when you're not warming up before? So I like to do at least 3 sets of band pull aparts for about 15 reps. And then I'll usually warm up before every workout. Doesn't matter what body part I'm doing, but I would roll out some certain body parts depending on what I'm training that day. So if I'm training shoulders, I'll just roll out my lats, my upper back, my rear delts. I'll obviously go for longer than this, but I'm not going to make you sit here watching me roll out for a solid 10 minutes, because that would be boring. Unless there's some of you weirdos out there that want to watch me roll out, then just let me know and I can just keep it on for long. Okay, as you could see from the previous clips, I obviously just moved houses. So my scar from surgery, I don't know why, and my core is very, very beat right now. I did start with Smith Machine standing shoulder press. And I like to keep the tension on the shoulders. I like to not take a break at the top or the bottom. I like to keep pushing and keep the intensity going. So I'll build up to a 20 plate on each, or if you're watching from America, 45 pound as we have here. Don't ask why we have that in Australia. And I did about 3 sets of 8 on this. 3 sets of 8. I'd usually drop that to do a drop set, but I felt like doing something that you will see coming up on this next exercise. So what I do here is, on my second exercise, this is very, very good time under tension, and over time I like to progressively overload with this certain triple superset, if you want to call that.
So I start off doing upright rows. Rep range will depend on the weight I have on the bar. I think I'm just warming up here with the bar. I'll do upright rows and then I'll lift it up into a military press and I'll press for the same amount of reps. I know there's no rack, so I'm obviously just going to drop it back down. And then I will snatch it up for the same amount of reps. This is a lot of time under tension on the shoulders with these three. So it feels like I'm doing cardio, which I kind of am. But as I said, as I progress in weight and over time, the reps will go lower once the weight goes up. As you can see, just put a 10 on each. Yeah, I do this for my second exercise because I like to go heavy on the first one, either Smith machine or just standing press. And I decided to actually go with 50 kilos. So put a 10, put a 5, and I gave that a shot. Yes, I'm swinging a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to overload the muscle. And if that means swinging a little bit without injuring myself, then that's fine. But if I'm obviously swinging like I'm gonna tear some shit up, then I'm obviously not gonna go that far. I drop setted that 50 onto 30 kilos. So I just put a 5 on each and did as many reps as possible for pressing, upright rows, and snatch. Alright, this is where I usually go really intense. As you can see, I'm seeing if the camera would capture me. So, okay, so I'll pretty much do a pyramid when it comes to front raises. So I'll start off with a warm up, then I'll go 20 reps, 15, 10, 5. Obviously, as the reps go down, the weight goes up. And then I'll do another set of 5, 10, 15, 20. But the drop on the last heavy set of 5 is a drop set. I'm not resting in between. So the first 20 reps rest, 15 reps rest, 10 reps rest, 5 reps rest, and then I'll do a drop set, which is 5, 10, 15, 20. This is all for front delts, and I'll usually keep it unilateral, so I'm not going to take breaks because while one arm's working, the other arm's resting. As you can see, I'll just let this play along, see some intensity, see my ugly face. So the last thing I'll do is about 3 sets of 12 to 15 of redelts. So notice how the angle between my elbow is not changing, just to get as much tension on the redelts. Squeeze it at the top. And that's pretty much it for this shoulder workout. This was my second workout of the day. I did legs earlier on. I usually don't train twice a day, but I have no internet at this new place I'm staying at. So I decided to go and train again. And of course, at the end, I'll do some posing, flexing, just to see how fat I am. And that is pretty much it. If you enjoyed, like, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you when I see you.